Here we go. Welcome into the show. Week 18 well underway, and it is the final Niners game of the 2024 season as San Francisco is on the road to take on the Arizona Cardinals in Glendale. You're watching the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you, producer Chip on the ones and twos, and the Niner gang watching from every pocket of America and worldwide. And of course, no matter where you are or how you're tuned in, thank you so much for making today's show a part of your day. 17 games of watch parties this year. It has been a blast. Obviously, this year for San Francisco has been a big disappointment, but a huge offseason is coming up, and I have you covered right here on this channel every step of the way because I am not going anywhere. So today, best place to experience a Niners game day outside of being at the actual game, live play-by-play, audience interaction, instant reactions. We'll ride that wave together, and it's the Joshua Dobbs Show for San Francisco getting the start ahead of the injured Brock Purdy. Who you got in this football game? SF for the Niners. ARI for the Cardinals. The Niners 6-10 this year. Will they be 6-11? Will they get their 7th win? We will find out here in a couple of hours. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I see Richard S., Ernesto, Roddy Cal, the Bowtie Chaplain, BK from the Bay, Francisco, Dustin Cheney, Joshua Gill, Risa P., the Bowtie Chaplain again, Leonardo Cruz, Raymond King, Chewalore, Marianne, Samuel Crosby, Good Morning World, Electra Babe with the $2 super chat. That gets us started. Chase, we have a nice schedule next year. Bang, bang. Yes, I've talked about that here on the show. And because the Niners have clinched last place in the NFC West, they will get a 4th place schedule next year. This year's schedule, very difficult. Next year's schedule, supposed to be a lot easier. Almost 500 people watching live, 82 likes as you come in here. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up icon and you like the video. And we're going to have a blast here on the program. Last year, Joshua Dobbs did start the year as the Cardinals starting quarterback. Kyler Murray was coming off that knee injury. He then got traded to Minnesota after Kirk Cousins popped his Achilles, and then he signed with the Niners this offseason. Will Cross, Chase, my friend since high school. What's up, Will? Niners rocking their road white jerseys, gold pants, gold helmets. Going to get the ball first. Patrick Taylor will kneel it 8-9 yards deep into the end zone, and Joshua Dobbs comes out onto the field to lead this Niners offense. 8th different team in 8 seasons for Dobbs. Not a lot of continuity as far as his stops, but he's a good athlete, solid arm. He can run around, make some plays, and the better player as compared to Brandon Allen. Play action, he's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw it to Jawan Jennings. That'll go for a pickup of about 2 yards. 2nd and 8 for the second play of the game. Saw some super chats come in. We'll get to those here in a moment. Niners starting offense, Dobbs, Garendo, Juszczyk, Jennings, Pearsall, Kittle, Heck, Zakel, Brendel, Pooney, and McKivitz. Ball at the 32. Juszczyk in motion. Dobbs will throw it. 7-step drop. He's going to throw downfield. Has Ricky Pearsall. Pass caught. The throw was short of Pearsall, but he came back to get it. An underthrown long ball, but a good sign there is that Pearsall slipped past the defense. Type those ones. Let's see. A double move and really good separation and explosion on that second move. That's what you want to see. Deebo Samuel not playing in this game. Dobbs, handoff, Garendo. Hit around the waist, pick up a 3. Tiffany Anderson also with the super chat. Buda Baker, a Pro Bowler this year, the anchor of that Cardinals defense. George Kittle in motion. Niners will run it up the middle. Guerrero, short pickup. Who was that Venmo winner, by the way? Was it Guidry? Yeah, all right. So a 3rd and 5. Injured player down. And they're going to cut to a break. Not sure who that injured player is. Electra Babe, $2. Talk about that schedule. It's a lot easier than this year, but as you know in the NFL, a lot of things change year over year. A lot of teams go worst to first, but it's big for San Francisco because they play a 4th place schedule, and there are a lot of very winnable games on the docket. Dustin Cheney, a $5 super chat. Thank you, my man. Always love the Doberman in the profile picture. Caleb Ozulax, $5. Which Super Bowl hangover has been worse, 2020 or this year? Both have been pretty abysmal. It's a good question. I would say 2020 because at least Brock Purdy played in all but 2 games this year. Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt pretty early in that 2020 season, and the slop that they threw out there at the quarterback spot was pretty rough. Tiffany Anderson with that too. Forever faithful. Macomb, Mississippi representing. All right, Tiff, thank you. And then B-Boys Forever, $10. 2 quick questions. What happens in the offseason? This is my first season. And also, do you live in California or cover the California team? So the Chat Sports Network, we're based out of Dallas, Texas. And that's where we are. What happens this offseason? I think you need to rebuild the trenches. Left guard, center, right tackle. You need a defensive end. You need a defensive tackle. You need to get better at that linebacker spot. You need corners. You need safeties. I think you're pretty good on the offensive side outside of offensive line. Oh! California Condor, a $50 super chat. And California Condor gonna make it rain. Unfortunately, it was Isaac Guerrero who got hurt. He's going to be carted off here. Bent back on his ankle. California Condor said, great job calling the games, analyzing the season again this year. Hope to see you next year when we have a kicker that can kick, an offensive line that can protect, and everyone else to stay healthy to get us back to the Super Bowl. I'm glad that you brought up kicker because I didn't mention that in the offseason needs. You at least have to bring in competition for Jake Moody, who right now, when you look in his eyes, doesn't think that he can make kicks. Niners, 10th on 3rd downs in the NFL, 3rd and 5 here. Cardinals send 4. Dobbs will throw it downfield. Oh. Over the head of Kittle. And speaking of Jake Moody, we're going to see a long kick for him. Dobbs got the Niners in position to get 3. But can Moody capitalize here after 2 misses last week and an extra point that he missed? First 5 games, he was 13 of 14. Last 8 after the ankle injury, 10 of 18. This from 51 yards, smack dab in the middle of the hashes. Snap good. Hold down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Jake Moody connects from 51. Niners take the 3-0 lead. You always have to hold your breath. A lot lately, it's been Moody misses. There, a Moody make. Bronson Oswald won. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. So California Condor, $50 super chat. Thank you, my brother. Going to take down a little shambong for that 50. Thank you, sir. Hey, I like the reverse jinx too, California Condor. A kicker who can kick and make field goals. Well, Jake Moody said, here, I got you. 51 yards. It wasn't pretty, but he did make it. All right, after the touchback, Cardinals take over at the 30. Kyler Murray going to check it down to Carter in the flat. He'll pick up about 5 yards. Mondo Listraka with the 2. Cardinals go fast pace here. Murray to McBride. He had Fred Warner on his back, pretty much squatted him, and picked up the first down. That is some lower half strength right there from the Cardinals' number 1 tight end, who's turned into a really good player. Fred Warner almost with the pass breakup. D. Winter is also in the neighborhood there. And you don't see Fred Warner get carried like that often, but that was the exception. Ball at the 41, I formation for Arizona. Murray under center. Handoff. Carter tries to get the edge. He can't. Good play by Talanoa Hufanga to come up from that safety spot. That'll be a 1-yard tackle for loss. Is Bosa out there? I can't tell. Yes, he is, Samoan Prods. Yes, he is. Isaac Correndo has been ruled out with an ankle injury. Didn't look good. So we're going to see more from Patrick Taylor. 2nd and 11. Murray, play action. Screen pass. Defended well by San Francisco. Talanoa Hufanga making the stop on Dallas. It'll be 3rd and medium. Type those threes. Type those threes. Third and 6. Murray in the gun. Niners blitz. Murray nearly taken down. Throws toward the sideline. Incomplete. Nick Sorensen does not dial up pressure looks often. He did right there, and it gets the Niners defense off the field. Where has that been all year? So Fred Warner looped around. Nick Bosa on a little stunt. He's the one who nearly got to Murray. And then Fred Warner made Murray think a little bit. Had to get it away. Fourth and 6. Cardinals punt it away. Jacob Cowing, fair catch at about the 7 or 8. So Joshua Dobbs led the Niners to a field goal on the first drive. What can he do here on the second drive? Type those SFs in the chat. 1,200 people watching, 160 likes as you come in here. And if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Our sponsor for our Niners Cardinals watch party, our friends at Prize Picks, the best daily fantasy sports app in the game. More than 10 million active members, billions of dollars handed out in awarded winnings. And right now, when you play $5, you get $50 instantly. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. You pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. It's playoff time. It's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. Sign up today, $50 instantly when you play $5. Our selections here: George Kittle, more than a half rushing or receiving touchdown. Joshua Dobbs, more than 6 rushing attempts. And then Trey McBride, more than 68.5 receiving yards. That's how easy it is to play Prize Picks. Run your game with Prize Picks, prizepicks.com/CLNS. Here's our Super Chat menu, by the way. All Super Chats get a shout-out. If you send in a $10 Super Chat, you get 5 raffle tickets to win our Niners football. $20, you get to sign the ball. You get 10 tickets. $50, beer bong or a Jell-O shot. And how about this? Let's round out the regular season with a bang. The largest individual Super Chat here today gets a Frank Gore signed jersey. Week 18, Niners are out of it, but we always bring the heat. That'll go to the largest individual Super Chat. The number to beat right now is $50. Dobbs, 7-step drop, throws over the middle, checks it down for Juszczyk. First down Niners, gain of 12. As they're backed up in their own territory here, but that'll give them some more breathing room. Dobbs fakes the handoff, throws it out to Kittle. He goes up along the sideline for a gain of 6. Second and short. Second and 3 after the pickup of 7. Dobbs, handoff, Taylor, first down, right up the gut.
Type those ones again. Keep it moving.
First and 10 Niners. Cubby plays by Nick Danger. Joe Sell typing those ones right now. Ball at the 31. Jacob Cowing in the backfield with Dobbs in addition to Patrick Taylor. Dobbs, play action, throws down the number. Passes caught by Kittle. Dobbs really ripped that throw. Kittle lined up on the left side and then crossed over and caught that ball right around the Cardinals logo. First down, San Francisco. Watching Dobbs just makes me angry that Brandon Allen started against Green Bay. Like, it is so clear that Dobbs is so much better. Dobbs will throw. Left side, Jawan Jennings. Pass caught. First down. Niners are moving it. "72 catches for 937 yards for Jawan Jennings this year. 6 touchdowns. Career year for him. He's been excellent. Dobbs, handoff. Taylor falls forward after a pickup of a couple. And to put that into perspective for Jauan Jennings, his previous high for receiving yards in a season was 416 in 2022, already past 900 in this game. Ball at the 34. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Flag on the play. Going to be our first penalty. False start on the Niners? Yes. Dominic Pooney with the penalty there. Candy with the $20 super chat. I see ya. Today is my ball day. Thanks for your show, Chase and Chipper. All right, man. We'll see if you win it. Dead Fox's Den, $5. Who's a better defensive coach for the team, Robert Saleh or D'Amico Ryans? Dobbs. Couple of pump fakes. Finds Cowing. More penalties. Multiple flags. Ineligible man downfield. It's week 18. Shouldn't be happening. Both good coordinators for the Niners. Robert Saleh was the DC in a Super Bowl. D'Amico, a DC for the team that made it to the NFC Championship game in 2022. Saleh no longer a head coach for the Jets. D'Amico the head coach for the Texans. If you're asking who would I rather hire, Saleh's realistic. D'Amico is not. And so both know how to run this system. They've run it to high levels of success. Better with the Niners, I'd say Saleh by a smidge. More available right now. D'Amico's not available. It's a really good coach for Houston. Thank you for the super. Past $100 in super chats. Cheers to everybody. Also, how about this? All ready to start the watch party. Over 154,000 subs. Hit that sub button. A massive, massive, massive offseason coming up for the Niners. Draft, free agency, their own roster, Brock Purdy's contract. I will have you covered with the best coverage right here on YouTube every single day. So if you're coming across the show for the first time and you're like, this watch party is pretty cool, our coverage, even better. Lock us in. Subscribe today. Largest independently run Niners channel right here on YouTube. Jeannie Torrance. Chase, was that an IPA? No IPA today. That's just a Miller Lite. I was drinking some Stellas on Friday night in New York City, though. That was a vibe. Billy Bob, $2.
Billy Bob.
Niners, 35-14 when it means less than nothing? Maybe. Yeah, we'll see what happens. John Wallace, I agree. I've said this for months. Saleh has to be the target for defensive coordinator. I'm not bringing back Nick Sorensen. I just can't do it. Defense was bad this year. I know he was without Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw and Nick Bosa missed some time, and there were injuries everywhere. I'm just not doing it. Last week really solidified that for me. How are you playing sag zone coverage on a 4th and goal from the 4? Ridiculous. 2nd and 18. Dobbs throws, pass, caught. Jennings to the 33. It'll be 3rd and long, but 3rd and more manageable. So type those threes. 3rd and 6. Jennings in motion from right to left. Niners moving left to right offensively. Cardinals send 4. Dobbs to Jennings. Stays on his feet. First down. Throw is a little bit high, but JJ climbed the ladder to get it. And a nice 3rd down conversion here for San Francisco. Yeah, Jennings into the flat. Looked like a choice route there. Kittle took his defender upfield. That opened up a spot for Jennings. No, we're back. Thanks, man. Ball at the 25. Dobbs in the shotgun. Ricky Pearsall orbit motion. Dobbs fakes the throw there, and then he gets wrapped up and sacked all the way back to the 37. It was a delayed development of that play by design, but then Dobbs didn't sense the backside pressure and got taken down. What'd you say, Sam? Yeah, I got the fan on me. It's a battle, though. Gosh, dude. I can't believe Brandon Allen started a meaningful game. 2nd and 22. Dobbs, quarterback draw. Has some room. He's past the 30. He'll get stopped there. It'll be 3rd and long. Yeah, Dobbs' revenge game against Arizona. Cardinals defense, 12 players with 2+ sacks this year, most in the NFL. Pretty impressive. They'll show some different looks. Nick Rallis is the Cardinals defensive coordinator. Worked under Johnatahan Gannon with the Eagles a few years ago. 3rd and 15. Ball inside the 30. Dobbs will throw it. Looks, throws. Short for Jennings. They're going to call it incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 15. We'll get another look at Jake Moody. He hit a wobbler, which went through the uprights from 51 earlier. 3rd round pick last year. 2 misses last week. Also missed an extra point. Bobbed an onside kick across the Pacific Ocean. But so far in this game, 1 of 1. And we'll hold our breath again. This one from 47 from the right hash. 40 to 49 yards this year. Moody is 6 of 10. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. No good. So Moody 1 of 2. Misses to the left. It just kept drifting and drifting and drifting. Wide left. Moody said after the game last week, this is the lowest that he's been confidence-wise since he started playing football. Pretty rough. Some tidbits across the NFL, by the way. Let's get to some super chats. Unir Shakeb, $30. Will CMC be the 2023 CMC ever again? I would side with no. But look, if there's a player who you have confidence in who's going to work his tail off to get back right, to get back healthy, it is CMC. Dude loves football. All right, to some NFL news. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has not made a decision on the future of Mike McCarthy. When asked about the possibility of other teams wanting to interview McCarthy, Jerry Jones said he's fine with that. He said he wants to work with people who want to be here. Jordan Love got hurt against the Bears today. He does expect to play. He hit his elbow/funny bone on a defender like Brock Purdy did. Said he lost feeling in his throwing arm. But an elbow contusion there. And those are some NFL tidbits. Also, Mike Evans, he got 5 yards late in the Bucs win over the Saints to surpass 1,000 yards for 11 straight years. And by doing that, by the way, he missed about a month earlier this year with the hamstring injury. He also got $3 million. Not bad. So we're up to $112 in supers. We will do our Venmo race. Chip had that popped up. I didn't ignore him intentionally. Don't worry. At Chase_Senior. Let's do this to start. I want somebody's pockets to be heavy coming away from the watch party. So if somebody sends in a $20 Venmo, I'm going to give you 40 ducks off the bat. The max that you could get if you spin the wheel 3 times is 30. So I'll give you 40. At Chase_Senior. More Venmos that we get, the more that you can win. And we'll have a blast here on the show. 1st and 10. After the missed field goal from Jake Moody, of course. Cardinals take over at the 37. Carter gets the carry. 1-yard pickup. 3:30 to go in this first. Just saw a $20 Venmo come in from Steven. Murray, play action as Bosa in his face has to throw that ball in the dirt. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Let's get those threes going in the chat, baby. 3rd down. Everyone's still talking about how Moody is booty. Oh, man.
Third and 10. Uh-oh. Did the Niners jump off sides? Murray pressured. He's going to run, slide down after a pickup of 1. I think the Niners may have jumped off sides. It'll probably be 3rd and 5 after the penalty. I think Leonard Floyd jumped. So they'll replay 3rd down. So 3rd and 5. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Murray, he's going to throw left side. Passes broken up by Renardo Green. Good coverage on Jones. And the rookie standout, 2nd-round pick out of Florida State, makes another play on the football. Larry, a $20 Venmo. So we're already up to 40 on a $10 buy-in. So winner would come away in that case with 20. Fake punt. Dallas going to run it all the way to the 35. Of course, the Niners got caught off guard by that. The direct snap went right to DJ Dallas. And he got grazed and then wasn't touched until he got taken down at the 35. Ball at the 35. Cardinals drive continues. They'll run it. Fred Warner tackle. That was a 22-yard run for DJ Dallas on the fake punt. Murray, play action. He's going to throw near side. Lost one downfield, incomplete. Tatum Bethune, the 7th round pick out of Florida State, Renardo Green's teammate, with coverage downfield on Trey McBride. That's actually pretty impressive. Ran with them pretty well. And he picked it up on the backside. That was a good rep for the rookie. Third and 8. Murray takes the shotgun snap. Niners blitz. Fred Warner in Murray's mug. He has to throw it away. So that's twice today where Nick Sorensen has kind of had an exotic blitz called, and it's worked. College football news, if you're a USC fan or you just like college football, the electric Zachariah Branch has committed to Georgia. "51-yard attempt for Chad Ryland on kicks of 50-plus yards this year. He's 3 of 3. This one is absolutely drilled. A piss missile in between the uprights. Michael Fernandez, $10. Michael, I sent you your football and 2 49ers Report hats, my man. Gave it to the shipping department on Friday. You should get it soon. Dustin Chaney with the 10. Chase, do you think that they will finally address the line this year? They have to, and if they don't, they deserve to have everything that comes their way in a negative fashion, and I will riot. They have to address the offensive line. It's just a must. Michael Fernandez, $10, still red and gold. Love it, Michael. Love it. So we're locked up at 3-3. Cardinals will kick it away. Jacob Cowing. Fair catch in the end zone. Ball will come out to the 30. 2 Joshua Dobbs drives, 2 field goals. There's been some good within those 2 drives. Niners have moved the ball. They've just stalled a little bit. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. Niners going to run it. Patrick Taylor taken down after a pickup of 1.5. Dustin Chaney, hell yeah, Chase, I will riot with you, brother. It just needs to happen, man. And like Chris Forster saying the other day, I love Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks isn't good enough at left guard. You got to get better there. You got to get better at center. You got to get better at right tackle. That's just what it is. 2nd and 8. If the Niners run it here, it'll be the final play of the first quarter. Dobbs will throw it, and he throws over the head of Juszczyk. Aaron throw. 16 seconds left and a 3rd and 8. Dobbs is in the gun. Ball at the 32. Cardinals show blitz. They bring pressure. Dobbs throws picked. There is a flag, though. Sean Murphy Bunting picked off Jennings. Flag came in. Are they going to get Jennings on the PI or Murphy Bunting on the PI? Murphy Bunting trying to debate with the refs. They're talking it over here. Dobbs just threw that ball too high. They're not going to call a penalty. So this is my thing. Like, what does the official see for him to throw the flag? Murphy Bunting gripped Jennings up around the neck. Mark Schlereth is going to make the argument that he didn't alter the route for Jawan Jennings, but he kind of did. Anyway, Dobbs throws the pick after a couple of good throws early, a couple of misfires after that. Cardinals take over at the Niners 45. Murray into the flat to Zay Jones, and that'll take us to the second quarter. Headed to the second, type those twos. Chip, give some shout outs to the people. I'm going to use the bathroom here real quick, and I'll be right back.
All tied up, heading into the second. You want to shout out? Get those twos going. I'll shout you out down in the chat. Lauren C., Florence Lum, BK from the Bay, Terrence Robinson. Got Wayne Courtney, Chris Lee, Roddy Cal, the Bowtie Chaplain, Josh McBride, Candy, typing those twos, Paul Brand, No Tire, No Tier, TV Guide, Lori, Jocelyn, Cindy Fisher, Tiffany Anderson. Heading to the second quarter, baby. Heading to the second. What up, Roddy Cal? Jack the Ripper, $5 super chat. Asking Chase his opinion on drafting a quarterback with a high pick. I'll let him, answer that, obviously, for himself. What he thinks. You think to trade back and grab Quinn Ewers? Personally, I'm not a fan of Ewers. And I would not spend a high pick on a quarterback. If you want to take a guy late in the 5th, 6th round, that's fine. But there's too many other needs, and you still have Purdy under contract next season. You got to fix a lot of different positions. I'm not drafting a quarterback high. Not doing that. Tanya Heck, Chris Hollinger. Good time guy. I'll type in those twos. Sacred Intuition, Moody, horrible draft pick. Yeah. Just drafted him way too high. That's why you don't draft kickers in the 3rd round. You wait until, if you really want one that you like, you take him in the 7th. Otherwise, you just sign one. Around the NFL right now, Denver Broncos up 14-0 on the Kansas City Chiefs. No Patrick Mahomes in that one. Carson Wentz is starting. Broncos are winning 14-0. If the Broncos hold on to win that game, they get that last playoff spot in the AFC. That means the Bengals, even though they won yesterday, would not get in. And that would mean the Dolphins wouldn't get in either if they do win, which they are currently beating the Jets.
All right. Second quarter officially underway. Murray. Handoff from the 40. It'll be 3rd and 2 after Carter picks up a couple yards. Murray will throw it here. Pass is caught. by McBride. He's pushed down by Mooney Ward, but did he have enough for the first down? It's going to be close. And they are going to give him the first down. Blanket coverage there from Ward in the flat, but McBride ran that route right to the sticks. Ball at the 35. Murray, handoff. Carter gets the edge. Tackled by Talano Hufanga and Yeturgos Matos. You know what? I think there was a red challenge flag on the field, so I guess maybe Kyle Shanahan didn't get the challenge flag out early, but then there was a penalty on the Niners holding, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be a first down at the 25-yard line for Arizona. High def, are we making the playoffs? No, sir. Not at 6 and 10. G-Rod, Dobbs is more dynamic. I mean, he's a good athlete, good runner. Made some okay throws early in this game, but then threw high twice, and then the second one resulted in a pick. I mean, even if Kyle Shanahan wanted to challenge that, it would have been a bad challenge because McBride had the first down. So at this point, a moot point. Ball at the 25.5. Murray, screen pass. McBride, good tackle. D. Winters able to upend McBride. Not an easy assignment one-on-one. Second and long. All right, I got some Jell-O shots here. 2 of them, all right? Because we're almost out after Avery was kind enough to make a bunch. Yeah, there's like none left. So $50 super chat, I'm taking down a Jell-O shot. They're good. They're good. Let's get weird on this final Sunday of the regular season. Ball at the 23. Murray going to throw toward the end zone. Back shoulder ball, incomplete. Intended for Weaver. Accurate throw up the sideline, but Renardo Green in coverage again. One of the bright spots for this team. Good ball skills, good instincts, able to fight through the catch point and force the pass breakup. Third and 8. Empty set for Murray. Throws it over the middle. Dortch. First down running room and a whole lot more, and it's going to be a touchdown. Bad defense, bad tackling for San Francisco, and Greg Dortch able to pick up some yards after the catch. Not really a competitive play there from this Niners defense. Arizona takes the lead, 9-3, extra point coming up. McBride ran out into the flat. Dortch then came underneath. A little bit of a rub route, pick route. Nick McLeod, usually a special teamer, kind of got lost in that, and then Dortch was able to do the rest. Nobody home after that. Extra point good, 10-3. Cardinals score F Arizona. 18th touchdown pass of the year for Murray. Jack the Ripper, $5. Chase, opinion on drafting a quarterback with a high pick? I'm saying we trade back and grab Quinn Ewers. This isn't the quarterback class to take a quarterback. I think it's extremely light. And I've been talking about this for a little while. The top 2 quarterbacks are Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward. after that, I think there's a pretty big drop-off. And so those quarterbacks, they might go in the top 5. But where would they have gone in last year's class? Not ahead of Caleb Williams, not ahead of Jaden Daniels, not ahead of Drake May. Shoot, with the way that he's played this year, would they go ahead of Bo Nix? Would they go ahead of J.J. McCarthy? Maybe. But that's how thin this quarterback class is. And so I'm not using a pick early on a quarterback because there are better players who are going to be available. Would I take a quarterback later? A Jackson Dart in the mid to late rounds? Yeah, I'd think about that. If Quinn Ewers declares, and we'll see if he does, he has a nice arm, no mobility, but a really nice arm. I think he's kind of a quarterback who's too inconsistent for me and is holding Texas back because that's a national championship roster without a natty level quarterback. But for value's sake, if he's there mid to late rounds, yeah, I'd think about it, but not early. Here's our Super Chat menu. All Super Chats get a shout out. $10, you get 5 raffle tickets to win our MVP football. $20, you sign the ball, you get 10 tickets. $50 for a beer bong or a Jello shot. I got Jello shots ready to rock. Whoever sends in a $50, the Jello boys are here. And let's see, $20. We had one come in from Candy, so we'll get you on that football. And then California Condor, our Super Chat MVP so far with the 50. Let's do this. Any $10 Super Chats over the next 5 minutes, I'm putting you on the ball. $10 Super Chats over the next 5 minutes, I'll put you on the ball as well. Let's get some real ones on there. Cardinals up 10-3. They kick it away. Jacob Cowing kneels it. Touchback. Ball comes out to the 30. Dobbs out of the shotgun. Oh, nearly picked again in the flat. Intended for Jawan Jennings. Wilson was there. 2nd and 10. The issue here, Garendo's out. Would have been a good developmental game for him. And you have Patrick Taylor as your running back. He's not any good. And so you can't really run it effectively. Austin Pleasant's now in at left tackle. Ricky Pearsall in motion. Dobbs throws underneath. Pass caught. Jennings. He'll be 5 or 6 yards short of the first down marker. Third and 5. Type those threes. Ball at the 35. Niners need to get to the 40. Cardinals show blitz again. Dobbs throws. Jennings. Pass caught. He's a yard short, though. Jennings slow to get up. He took a huge hit from 2 Cardinals defenders. We know he's tough, so that must be hurting. Wow, Gerard Mayo fired already. That job becomes interesting now with Drake May. Pat O'Donnell barely gets that punt away. It's taken at the 11 by Dortch. He breaks a tackle, fumbles, and he fumbles out of bounds. So the Cardinals will have the ball at the 23 to start this drive. Oh! Michael Fernandez! San Francisco! Fernandez with the 100. Making it rain. Shout out to Jay, Emily, and McAllister. Is that where some of the 49er Report hats are going? I've sent you, 4 total now? Is the whole fam rocking some 49ers Report hats? Thank you, Michael. $100 right there, my man. All right, let's take down the Jell-O shot.
Jell-O boys.
The Jell-O boys are here.
The Jell-O boys. Woo!
Woo! Shout out to the Fernandez fam and shout out to Michael. During a down year for the Niners, he's been a bright spot here on this show, no doubt. Billy Bob, $2. The Niners, same way as they have all year long. Yep, yeah, this game is pretty much going how this entire season has gone. Tiffany Anderson, another 10. Nothing finer than a lady Niner. Hey, Chase, I love your channel. Nothing finer than a lady Niner. You got that right. Shout out to the Niner ladies as always. Oh! Niner Gold Miner, $50 super chat. And Niner Gold is a first time super chatter. Thank you so much for the 50. Kelly with the 20. Love the Grateful Dead Niners picture. I've told you that a few times, but that's fresh. Our defense was awful all year. I second Chase's comments about coaching. We were outcoached all year, and now the Super Bowl hangover is undeniable. If we want to be back in the playoffs within 2 years, make changes now. I think they can get back in the playoffs next year. The issue is with this talented and expensive roster that's aging, can you win a Super Bowl next year? And there are a lot of changes that need to be made this offseason, in my opinion, that have to take place in order for that to happen. You have to retool, tinker, reset the roster a little bit. If the Niners just run it back, I'm going to be very frustrated. I think that they need to make some cultural, organizational, roster coaching changes. Murray under center. Takes the handoff. Throws in the flat. Incomplete for McBride. D. Winters came to the line of scrimmage like a bowling ball, ready to make a huge hit. Second and 10. Murray will throw it. Pumps, fires, pass caught by Marvin Harrison Jr. That'll make it about a 3rd and 2. They call it 3rd and 1. Murray in the gun, Carter in the backfield, 4 up front for the Niners. Murray, handoff, Carter. I think he got stopped a half yard short. Jordan Elliott with a good rep against the run there. We'll call it a 4th and 1. And the Cardinals are going to punt. Last time they attempted a punt. There was a fake punt, and DJ Dallas ran it for 22 yards. $1,600 people watching live. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Cardinals up 10-3. Jake Moody, of course, missed another field goal if you're just joining us. Josh Dobbs threw a pick that then led to the Cardinals' touchdown. And here the Niners take over at the 26. Under 10 to play in the half. Dobbs, handoff, Taylor, stays on his feet, fights, churns, nice run. Gain of 12, type those ones. First down, San Francisco. Jeannie Wyatt. Hello, Chase, Happy New Year all. Jeannie, I hope all is well. We miss you here on the show. But some faithful ladies chiming in. Michelle H., good to see ya. Gina G always hanging out. Alicia. Ball at the 38. Pistol formation. Dobbs pitches it. Taylor to the outside. Room to run. He's past midfield. Stiff arm. Past the 40. Keeps fighting inside the 35. Best run of the season for Patrick Taylor. A career special teamer who, after the injury to Isaac Garendo, getting the bulk of the carries here. No Debo either, so he can't run it. Running hard. First and 10 Niners. Ball at the 33. Dobbs in the gun. Throws underneath. Pass caught by Eric Saubert. He fights for a first down. Oh, no. Ball comes out late. They didn't whistle it with forward progress. And they're going to give him the first down. Yeah, he was fighting for more yardage. Ball was punched out. Somehow the Niners recovered. So first and 10, San Francisco. Dobbs under center, puts Juszczyk in motion. Another give to Taylor. He'll fight for two straight ahead. Oh, illegal formation on the offense. Aaron Rodgers just threw his 500th touchdown pass. Jets take a 7-6 lead on the Dolphins. Dobbs going to throw a strike over the middle. Contested catch by Jawan Jennings. Second and medium here. Nah, Debo's out. Second and 5, ribs and hand injury. Dobbs in the gun. Handoff Taylor. Good patience. Runs it to the 10, all the way down to the 7. First down Niners, and now there's a fight between Jauan Jennings and a Cardinals player. Jennings' helmet comes off. We know that Jennings is not afraid to scrap. Let's go. Give me some juice. I love it, man. I love it. Jennings is a great run blocker. DBs do not like that, and they take exception with it. But Jennings said, you know what? I'm just doing my job. This is what I do. Offsetting penalties. Yes, I'm uploading now. Thank you, bro. Yeah, do your thing. Penalties will offset, of course. I kind of like how they do that now. Like, you can't just penalize one side. It'll be 1st and goal regardless for San Francisco. Looking to tie this game up at 10. Ball at the 8. Pistol formation. Now Juszczyk in the backfield with Dobbs and Taylor. Dobbs going to keep it. Gets a block from Juszczyk to the 5. He's down to the 2. You run a little RPO with Dobbs. He's really athletic with those plays. And now there's another fight. It's Jauan Jennings again. And another flag. Both of these teams have nothing to play for. They're out of the playoffs, but that's awesome. All right, so what are the penalties going to be here? I imagine offsetting again. And now an official's hurt. If that's Jennings' second personal foul, he's going to get ejected. Yeah, Jennings is going to get ejected. Was that Sean Murphy bunting? So Sean Murphy bunting and Jauan Jennings ejected. Now Jauan Jennings is going to get a bunch of Niner fans on their feet as he leaves the field. That obviously hurts the Niners' passing attack. Niners already without Debo, now down Jennings. And so we'll see a lot of Pearsall, Cowing, Conley. Jennings, he ends the year at 975 yards too. With the way that he was being used, could he have gotten to 1,000? Second and goal, ball inside the 2. Dobbs, handoff. Taylor levels up a defender, fights to the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taylor runs hard, and we're an extra point away from being locked up at 10 piece. Let's take another look. Oh, I think he's going to be called short. I think it's going to be overturned. I don't think he crossed the goal line. Runner was short. So it'll be third and goal from the half-yard line. I would just quarterback sneak it here with Dobbs. No need to get cute or fancy. Third and goal from the inch line. Dobbs under center. Takes the snap. Quarterback sneak. He's in. Now we can say it. Touchdown! San Francisco! 10-9, extra point pending. Good drive there for the Niners and Dobbs, frankly. Little dance in the end zone. Jake Moody, extra point. It's good. You just never know. And it's 10-10. Show us the TDs. All right, our sponsor, making our watch party possible here today, Week 18, Sunday, January 5th, 2025, our friends at Prize Picks. Daily fantasy sports made easy, the best DFS app in the game, and the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. It's playoff time. It's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks. Right now, when you play $5, you get $50 instantly. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Some of the selections that we liked going into this game: George Kittle, more than a half rushing or receiving touchdown. Joshua Dobbs, more than 6 rushing attempts. Just ran it in for the touchdown right there. And then Trey McBride, more than 68.5 receiving yards. Get $50 when you play $5. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Got a super chat that we can show as well. Caleb Ozulax, $10. There's been no urgency in both sides of the team this year compared to previous years. No urgency to hold any leads or to fight back from any deficits. That has lacked a lot this year, and it's been very disappointing to see that. I do think this team had some urgency back when things mattered, but you do bring up a good point. Like, when the season was still in play, when the playoffs were still a possibility, Niners choked away that Rams game in week 3, choked away the Cardinals game in week 5, and then the Seahawks game at home was really the undoing for the season. And that's why I said at that time, this team doesn't have it. They're cooked. They're not making the playoffs. And I do think, in a way, the Niners need a little bit of a mental, physical reset this offseason. .5:43 to go in the second. Cardinals, after the touchback, start this drive at the 30. Carter gets to give up the middle. Nothing doing there. Roddy Cal, I can foresee a brawl at the end of the game. We've already seen 2, bro. It's been crazy. Second and 8. Nick Bosa not on the field right now. Murray fixed the pitch to Dortch. He wants to run now. He will. Slides down after a first down pickup. Kelly, I was spitting blood when we choked that Rams game. That was the day I labeled Nick Sorensen as a defensive arsonist, because that's exactly what we've done all year long, and it's pissing me the F off. I love it, Kelly. Bring the heat. Tatum Bethune fakes the blitz. Empty set for Murray. He's going to launch downfield. Has McBride wide open. Tackled by Mustafa. Last line of defense at the 32 of the Niners. Murray able to stick that throw to his tight end. Ripped it down the seam. Nobody really covered McBride. I'm not sure if that's on D. Winters. He covered the flat, and then McBride leaked out. Ball at the 31. Murray throws it to the outside. McBride tries to leap over Jair Brown. He didn't, but he stayed on his feet to pick up 12. Kind of kneed Brown in the chest head area. That is a violent highway collision. Oh, man. Basically kneed Brown in the face and stayed on his feet. That's ridiculous. Really good tight end Arizona has there. Cardinals inside the Prize Picks red zone. Ball to 19. Murray hands it off for Carter. Loss of a yard. Sam Okuwanu, a good play against the run. Anthony, what do I think about Kelvin Banks? I think he's one of the top tackles in this class. Hopefully he's healthy against Ohio State in the semifinal. He's been banged up over the last few weeks. Didn't play in the SEC championship game. Came back to play against Clemson. Got hurt against Arizona State, but a good player for sure. Empty set for Murray, 2nd and 11. Looks right. Comes across the middle. Throws it to Marvin Harrison Jr. Murray now 10 of 17 for 98 yards. Black Mask, $10 super chat. Shouldn't the score be 13-10? You need to throw garbage out. That is referencing another Jake Moody missed field goal. Not good. A lot of people know Gump Wolf, legendary viewer of the show. He's unable to watch today. His dad's in the hospital, so thoughts, prayers, and strength go to him.
Show some love to Gump Wolf in the chat, man. We love Gump Wolf.
Gump Wolf, an OG. Black Mask. I agree, man. And I tweeted this out. Like, Jake Moody's so lost right now. And this offseason, you either have to cut him and admit that taking a kicker in the third round was idiotic, or at the very least, you have to bring in competition for him. And it has to be legitimate competition. You can't bring in some kicker stiff. But every year we see these kickers kind of come out of nowhere to have good seasons, good careers. But Jake Moody is terrible right now. Absolutely terrible. All right, we're up to 341 in supers. How about another 50? I take down my last Jello shot. Last 50, the Jello boys will take down the last Jello shot. In the first quarter, Murray was 4 of 9. Since then, he's 7 of 9. Looking at a 3rd and 3. B-Boys forever! $50 super chat. Let's go. Murray in the gun. He's going to sprint out to the left side. Has the first down. It was a quarterback keeper all the way. Cardinals wanted the ball in the hands of the quick, fleet-footed Kyler Murray. And he moves the chains. Lead block from DJ Dallas. He had some offensive linemen in front. 1st and goal, Arizona. 106 passing yards for Murray, 14 rushing yards. $1:55 to go in the half. And the Niners jump off sides. Was that a false start on Arizona that provoked that? Let's see. Encroachment on the defense. Jordan Elliott, replay first down. That'll just move Arizona closer to the inevitable touchdown because we all know the Niners suck in the red zone. Murray in the gun. Carter to his left. Murray will throw it. Lofts it into the end zone. Pass caught. McBride, touchdown. He beat Fred Warner in coverage. Perfect throw from Murray. Dropped it right in the bucket. Not often do you see Warner beat in coverage like that. But we've also seen his play suffer with that fracture in his ankle that he suffered in week 4. Warner was lined up in the slot. And yeah, he had McBride all the way. Perfect throw from Murray toward the back pylon. On the money. Extra point is good. Cardinals regain the lead, 17-10. F Arizona in the chat. $9 away from 400 in supers. Who made it rain, Chip? Who made it rain? B-Boys Forever with the $50 super chat. What are the chances of them getting rid of Jake Moodswing percentage-wise? Also, Kansas City is getting killed. I love Jake Moodswing as his nickname. You just never know. He hits a knuckleball line drive from 51, and then he misses his next kick inside 50 yards. I don't know, man. The Niners are loyal to a lot of players, especially those who they draft high. They've remained loyal to him this year. How many games could the Niners have won if Jake Moody connected on his kicks? It's been atrocious this year. And I think they look at him, third-round pick. Let's get him better. Let's massage his confidence a little bit. Let's bring him back. Again, at the very least, got to bring in competition. 8-play, 70-yard drive, 349 for Arizona. Too easy. B-Boys Forever, jelly shot for you. Thanks to Avery for making these for the squad. A game changer today. We brought in like dozens of these. And they're all gone. So let's ride.
The Jello Boys.
The Jello Boys. Kelly with the 10. Oh, she's fired up about Nick Sorensen still. Here's Kelly with that 10. Nick Sorensen has got to go. I'm so tired of watching easily stoppable drives being botched because Sorensen likes to play what defense? Yeah, he stinks. 1st and 10. Dobbs, a handoff to Taylor. And Niners continue their success on the ground. Taylor runs for 12. Dobbs against a 4-man rush. Throws it just inside the number to Chris Conley. Niners going to go no huddle here. 2nd and 1. In Arizona territory. Dobbs now finds Eric Saubert. Close to another first down. Minute to play. Niners with 3 timeouts. Dobbs will throw it again. Far side. Well over the head of Ricky Pearsall. He's had some weird overthrows. We're past 400 in Super Chats. Our goal always is to get the stream to 1,000. Can we do that here in Week 18? That'll be an awesome achievement. Ball at the 40. Jacob Cowing in motion. Now orbits out. Dobbs, deep drop, throws downfield, has Conley. Pass caught to the 20. If I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'd probably call a timeout. You have 3 to use. Stop the clock at 43. Shanahan's going to do just that. Just a deep over for Conley. One-on-one, beat his man. Good throw by Dobbs. Couldn't fully extend on that throw, but had to lead Conley, and he did. Ooh. $17-10. 43 seconds to go. Ball at the 19. Dobbs, screen, Saubert. A screen for Saubert's a choice. Another timeout called by Johnatahan. Second timeout. Stops the clock. 38 seconds to go, 2nd and 11. Dobbs looking, throws over the middle, pass caught. Look who it is, Jacob Cowing, finally. 30 seconds left, downs reset. Dobbs gonna spike it to make it 2nd and goal. Niners have 1 timeout left. See, I probably would have called the timeout there to have 1st down on my side, and then you just throw it 3 times. But we know Kyle Johnatahan, not the best with time management. Second and goal from the 6. Pearsall flares out in motion. Dobbs looks that side. Throws over the middle, intended for Saubert, broken up. Kaiser White in coverage. That'll be 3rd and goal. See, that's why I don't like the spike. You're probably going to throw it here anyway. I'd rather have the play as compared to the timeout because now it's already 3rd and goal. Unless you plan on going for it on 4th. Empty set for Dobbs. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Dobbs fires into the end zone. Pass caught. Ricky Pearsall. Contested catch. And a touchdown. San Francisco. Pearsall's 2nd in as many weeks. That one also pretty impressive because lined up as the outside wide receiver. He ran the up and over. Good footwork out of the break. That was a contested catch. He had a defender right on his back. And just like last week against Brian Branch, contested catch, had to fight through the catch point, reel it in. Here's Jake Moodswing with the extra point. It's good. Tied up at 17. So far today, Pearsall beat the defense for a long ball, underthrown by Dobbs, still beat him, pass complete, and then he catches the touchdown right there. Now, what can the Niners do in the second half? We know that's when they really struggle. Show us the TDs. Tanya Heck, I see ya. Tyler Sutherland saying Slick Rick. Shambong for getting past 400. Ah. $16 seconds left in the half. Pearsall, by the way, is from Arizona. Tweeted out that Ricky Pearsall touchdown. Murray going to take a shot downfield. Oh, no. Pass is caught by Jones to the Niners 45. Cardinals take a timeout with 9 ticks. They're going to add a second to 10. One play. Cardinals close to field goal position. Murray lofted it over the outstretched fingertips of Fred Warner. Great throw. I'll put the Pearsall touchdown in the chat. Whoever gives me a retweet, I'll give you a shout out here on the show. First and 10. Ball at the 45. Murray throws. Pass complete. How are we playing soft coverage right now, man? You know you can't give up a field goal. Nick Sorensen said this week, I've learned a lot this year. I'll learn more against Arizona. Hopefully you learn unemployment. This is ridiculous. It's just like, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Seven seconds to go. I think the Cardinals are going to try to run one more play. They have one more timeout. Ball is just past the 35. Cardinals will run it with Carter. And now Arizona will call a timeout with 2 seconds left. $49-yard attempt here. I mean, that was so easy for Arizona. A lot of you probably thought halftime was going to come around. Probably went to the bathroom. You came back. You're like, wait, Arizona's going to score more points? Ryland drills it. Hits the back net from 49. Jake Moody, take notes. And the Cardinals will also get the ball to start the third, and they take a 20-17 lead. First half stats, 91 rushing yards for the Niners, 270 total yards for San Francisco, 193 for Arizona, 51 rushing yards for Arizona. 6 penalties, 28 yards for San Francisco, none for Arizona. Grade that Niners first half. A, B, C, D, or F. We'll update the poll question as well. Seeing some D's, some C's. C's in the poll question. Got some super chats that we can run through here in a moment. Let's see here. All right, let's run through some super chats here. Michael Fernandez, $20. Keep the faith. I always appreciate Michael's positivity. This team, as we can all agree, they're just maddening. Maddening to watch. Lisa Clary, $10. Sad this is the last game of the Niners season. Glad Dobbs is showing that he is better. Absolutely asinine that Brandon Allen started a meaningful game over Joshua Dobbs. Can't say it enough. Can't say it enough. What do we got? A lot of C's. I mean, the Niners offense, probably like a B type of grade. You had the Dobbs pick, but they scored 17 points without any help from the defense. The defense, though, probably a D grade. So for me, I meet in the middle. I'll go C. What happened to Jennings? He got ejected because he got 2 personal foul plays on back-to-back plays. So the Niners ran it on back-to-back plays. Jennings, the awesome blocker that he is, got really physical with Sean Murphy Bunting and drove him into the ground. Murphy Bunting took exception to that. They both got penalized on that play. Next play, Niners run it again. Jennings goes about it the same way. Another good block. He didn't do anything illegal with the block, but the extracurricular resulted in 2 back-to-back penalties, personal fouls. So when you get 2 personal foul penalties, you get ejected, unfortunately. Those Broncos orange jerseys, the throwbacks, they are fresh. Broncos. Big lead on the Chiefs. Now, Kansas City is starting Carson Wentz, but it's 24-0 Denver. Winning in for Denver. And if they do win, I believe they'll be the 7th seed to take on the 2-seeded Bills. Jimmy Garoppolo also getting the start for the Rams today. The Seahawks up 17-13. Yeah, back in 2018, no doubt. Talanoa Hufanga in the blue 10 at the half. Niners ended the half with Deshaun Gibson and Jair Brown as their safeties. John Feliciano, after that Ricky Pearsall touchdown, tweeted out, "Who shot you?" Great song by Notorious B.I.G., for those that don't know. Niners defense, no answers in this first half. Cardinals have 16 first downs to the Cardinals have 12 first downs to the Niners 16. Murray's thrown for 141 yards. Cardinals 1 of 1 in the red zone. Kyler Murray has not been sacked yet. 3 of 7 on third downs, 1 of 1 on fourth down. There was also a fake punt. That the Cardinals were able to execute on. 22-yard run for DJ Dallas, Niners special teams unit. Worst in the NFL. Caught completely off guard. Chip left the studio, but once he comes back, we'll get to your super chats. Up to $457. Continue to hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. Chip, you want to run through those super chats? Just going to fill up, get some water real quick. If you're into football too, that Lions-Vikings game tonight, going to be awesome. All right, Chip's going to run through your supers. I'll be right back.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Starting with $1 from Sturdy Editor. Oh, and hold on, my fault. Sturdy Editor is a first-time super chatter. And then B-Boys Forever, who's been absolutely sending them in today. Who gets ball after half? I believe it's the Cardinals. Yeah, Cardinals get ball to start the third quarter. So, giving up that field goal was brutal. Black Mask, $10. Exactly what I was just saying. Score a touchdown to close the half, and then you let the Cardinals go down for a field goal with like no time left. Epitome of this season. Couldn't have said any better, Black Mass. That's how the season's gone for the Niners, man. They do something good, they finally do something good, and then something bad. They just could never get it all right at the same time. Chalice year's gone. Zamudio family, $5. Intelligence, I still give to Purdy, but you can see the advantage in physical traits from Dobbs. Imagine Brock Purdy being a foot taller. I get what you're saying. Obviously, you know this, Purdy's a better quarterback, but Dobbs, if Purdy had, and Purdy can move well, not to say Purdy can't move well, but again, he just limited a little bit, and we talked about this. Limited a little bit because he doesn't have the strongest arm, he's not the biggest guy, he's not the fastest guy, so he has to rely on all this other stuff, and when it's not all there, that's when it can be difficult. Dobbs can run around a little bit more, create a little bit more, but obviously you're taking Purdy all day of the week. All right. Up to 457 now in Super Chats. Can we get to 500 before we're done with halftime? I don't think there's any Jello shots left, which is brutal.
There was some put back in, but they were sitting out, so they're basically liquid now.
Oh no, not a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
That is not happening. Jennings getting kicked out was ridiculous. Look, it is what it is. He got 2 personal foul penalties, but both times it was just because he was blocking and pancaked the DB. And then they got all mad. They got all butthurt because Jennings pancaked him and threw him to the ground. Like, it is what it is. He was so close to 1,000 yards, too. That's what really stinks. He was so close to 1,000 receiving yards. I think 25 yards away. Dobbs is better than Allen. Not even a question. How do you feel about Joe Milton, the third, being your quarterback after him having an amazing game?
He threw for like 250 yards today.
Did he really?
Yeah.
250 yards?
He cost the Patriots the first pick, and they got fired.
I don't know what you mean by saying being your quarterback, but I mean, good backup, I guess. He's not obviously taking over for Drake May.
No.
But, good backup. Good preseason player. Who knows, one day he might find his way somewhere else. Garendo injury was bad. Yeah, he got rolled up on, leg bent back. He was ruled out pretty quickly. So sucks. Trade Purdy for Joe Milton. We got a Joe Milton truther in here. SSG. You said what?
I said, we're down bad when that's...
Yeah, trade for Joe Milton. It's just this one guy keeps asking about Joe Milton.
take a look at Joe Milton's numbers today. Give the
Apparently
people what they want.
He was nice.
He had a game.
I gotta turn this light
22
off,
of 29 for 241. Passer rating of 111.
Much
One
better.
touchdown. Ran it 10 times for 16 yards, another touchdown. That's pretty funny. The thing with Milton, he'll look good one game and then look awful the next. So up and down.
I think it was also could be a hot take.
Buffalo also didn't play anybody.
Could be a hot take. Mayo knew he was going to be fired, and he said, "I'm going to win this game to screw them over with the one pick." Because I'm pretty sure they dumped Gatorade on him for winning the game, and they fired him
That's pretty
That's
funny.
before he even got on the bus.
Yeah. Crazy. $41 away from 500 in supers. Once we get there, taking down another Shambong.
I think we've shown the Super Chat menu.
Here's our Super Chat menu. Let's do this. Let's do this.
He's cooking.
What's he thinking?
$10 Super Chat. We'll give you 10 tickets for the football. Over the next 2 minutes, any $10 Super Chat that comes in, 10 tickets for the football. King Dingy, $5. We need Kyle to make better play calling. Fire Sorensen and Moody. Bring back Robert Saleh. So, I mean, with the backup quarterback, the Niners did score 17 points in the first half. And so I have no issues with the play calling there. Fire Sorensen and Moody, I get down with that for sure. And bring back Saleh. Yep, I've been leading that for months. Murray gonna pump, then fire over the middle. Passes complete. Zay Jones, second and short. Oh, James Etchison, $50 Venmo. Let's go. All right, I'm going to take down a Shambong for you there, James. Thanks for that. This play looked weird from the start. Not whistled dead, though. 2nd and 3, Cardinals run it. Fred Warner with the tackle on Carter. It'll be 3rd and 2. Type those threes. Also, for that $50 Venmo, James Etchison. Let's give him 50 tickets. 50 tickets for the $50 Venmo. We got you, James. 3rd and 2. Murray in the shotgun. He'll throw it. Flag. Pass is broken up by Renardo Green. Defended Trey McBride on that play. But what's the penalty here? Is it early movement on the Cardinals? Illegal formation. Penalty should be declined. Make it 4th down. Fourth and 2. Arizona will punt. Is Isaac Rendo's injury bad? It didn't look good. Ankle, knee, bent back, wrong direction. Not ideal. Birdman Drug Stories, tough season, Chase. Facts. Cardinals punt. Cowing back to receive it. Fair catch at the 24. So far with our Venmo 50-50, Gopal sent in a 20, Larry Dixon sent in a 20, Chris Lee 20, Candy 20, Steven Trevino 20. So let's just give them all, 40 ducks. So Steven Trevino 40, Candy Winslow gets 40. Larry Dixon gets 40. Go Pal gets 40. There we go. So we got 20, 40, 60, 80. Winner comes away with 40. Or no, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Winner comes away with 50 right now. At Chase_Senior. And let's continue that deal. Anybody who sends in a $20 Venmo, I'll give you 40 ducks as well. At Chase_Senior. If you send in 10, I'll give you 2 wheel spins. 2 wheel spins for a $10 Venmo. Got to do it over the next 2 minutes, though. James Etchison sent in the 50, but that was for the football raffle and the Shambong. Yeah. James Etchison. Give him 50 football raffle tickets is what I meant to say. Oh! Genie Wyatt! Genie Wyatt! Genie Wyatt! $100 super chat. Her first one of the year. And Jeannie's going to make it rain. That's actually the number to beat, I believe, for our Frank Gore autographed jersey. Or is that tied with Michael Fernandez? Jeannie and Michael Fernandez tied for the Frank Gore signed jersey. 100 is the number to beat for the largest individual super. Genie Wyatt making it rain. Have a wonderful year all. We appreciate that, Jeannie. Hope you're good. James Etchison, I owe you a Shambong here. As the Niners run it with Patrick Taylor. Gain of a couple. Cheers to James. And then we'll go cheers for Genie Wyatt. Second down. Braden Willis in motion. Dobbs fakes the handoff. Uh-oh. Ball is out. It went backwards. Patrick Taylor is going to recover it at the 11. I'm not sure if Dobbs' hand was moving forward. This is for Genie. Cheers. All right, the throw. Incomplete is what they call. Hand moving forward. Oh, no. Check that. They're going to mark it a fumble. So it's 3rd and 22. Yikes. Dobbs, handoff up the middle. Taylor, doesn't matter. Pat O'Donnell, another punt. Taken at the 35 by Dortch. Takes it to midfield. Good return. Not a great punt by O'Donnell. So what should I do for the post-game show? Should we do perfect off-season plan? Is Kittle not playing from Lisa? No, he's playing, but they're probably trying to save him. What do the people want? No. Should we do perfect off-season plan for our post-game show? Because the brain is kind of working right now. Yeah, we can get to some of those super chats. Michael Fernandez, another 20. NV Gunner with the 5. Get rid of Moody. Boot out Sorensen while we're at it. Both drive me nuts. Scratcher Attic. Was Garendo's injury bad? Yeah, it didn't look good. He got carted off. Looked to be in a lot of pain. King Dingy. Yeah, we did read that, but King Dingy, thanks for the love. Candy said perfect postseason chase. Well, they're not in the postseason, so he can't put together a perfect postseason plan. Oh! Michael Fernandez! A $200 super chat. Disaster of a season, but Chase is killing it. Thank you, my brother. I do appreciate that. Michael making it rain. We'll flash the graphic up. 200, the number to beat for the Frank Gore jersey. Fernandez, legend, making it rain. 1st and 10 for Arizona, already in Niner territory after that punt return for Dortch. Play action for Murray. Throws, has his man, pass is caught. Marvin Harrison Jr., gain of 15. Renardo Green in coverage. Murray gonna keep it. Fakes out Yeturgos Matos on the RPO. Gains 5 yards on the carry. 2nd and medium here. Malik Mustafa out for the rest of the game with a knee. And again, Talanoa Hufanga out with that concussion. Murray, a deep drop. Pressured. Throws. Downfield. Lofts one into the end zone. Incomplete. So many flags on the play. Illegal contact on the defense. Automatic 1st down. It's Rock Ya-Sin. Whistled for the penalty. He was one-on-one with Harrison. First and 10 Cardinals. Murray, handoff. Carter runs right, gets 8 or 9 to the 15. Murray, another handoff to Carter. Good patience there. Runs ahead for the first down. Needed 1, got 1.5. Enough to reset the downs. Niners tasked with having to get a red zone stop. One possession in the red area, 1 touchdown for Arizona. Murray looks left, comes across the middle, dumps it off for Carter, makes Fred Warner look silly, and gets 9, and then a late flag. Might be on the Niners. Face mask on San Francisco. To Sean Gibson. First and goal. Murray wide open in the flat. Dortch, second touchdown of the day. Uncovered. That's the thing with this Niners defense. Always confusion, always breakdowns. Nobody's ever in the right spot. They are a poorly coached unit. I mean, Dortch faked inside. Nick McLeod followed him as if he's going across the entire formation. And then Dortch just went far side of the flat. Cardinals increased their lead to 26-17. Here's the extra point, 27-17. Unnecessary roughness on the defense. Now Arizona's going to go for 2. Two-point attempt for Arizona. Murray, he's going to keep it around the edge. Good tackle. Deshaun Gibson takes him down past the 5. That speed against a vet, and the vet won there. Oh, Genie, $100 Venmo. Genie for the raffle. So, Genie, what did you want there? Is that for the football? Or is that for the 50-50? We'll give Genie $100 for that $100 Venmo. How about that, Genie? Let's give her $100 for the $100 Venmo. Genie, you're goated. You know who's also goated? And what's also goated? Prize Picks. Best daily fantasy sports app in the game. #1 DFS app in North America. the largest daily fantasy sports app in America with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action, and they have made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. It's playoff time. It's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks. Right now, when you play $5, you get $50 instantly. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Some of the selections that we like going into this game, here is our lineup. George Kittle just has to catch a touchdown. Joshua Dobbs, more than 6 rushing attempts. Trey McBride, more than 68.5 receiving yards. Get $50 when you play $5. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Looks like George Kittle's out for the rest of the day. And he didn't play at the end of the second quarter. Now he has a hat on. So his season might be Jover. Connor Bowles, $10. Connor. Thanks, my man. Really appreciate the super chat. Trent Sherfield back to receive the kick. All good. All good, brother. Sherfield, let's see if he has an opportunity to take one back. No, he does not. It was kicked to Jacob Cowing. He kneels it down. 26-17, it's lit. Yards per play this half. Niners at -3. 1st and 10. Cowing in motion. Dobbs will throw it. Looks left. Comes across. Finds Cowing. 16-yard pickup. Cowing can play. It's just about him getting targets. Pitch play goes to Taylor. Hurdles over his own man, and a late flag comes in. Penalty called on Cowing. Maybe that's why he's not playing a lot. Dobbs drops back, throws it to Trent Sherfield right along the number. Still second and long after the penalty, but a more manageable second down here. Dobbs, pistol with Patrick Taylor behind him. Give goes to him. Picks up a few yards. It's third down. Type those threes. Dobbs, pressured, running to his left, tries to pump, shakes a defender, turns it upfield. He's still short of the first down marker. He dove for it, but he's still short. Fourth and 1. Niners going to go for it here. Ball just inside the 45. Or just outside the 45. They got to get inside the 45. Taylor, run. He picks it up and a little bit more. Past the 40 to the 37. Good block by Braden Willis and Kyle Juszczyk. Dobbs, play action, wants to take a shot. He does. Downfield, has Juszczyk wide open, catches it at the 10, leaps for the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Juice, San Francisco. You could tell that Dobbs wanted to uncork a long ball. Good play design to get Juszczyk wide open behind the defense. No fullback has made it to more Pro Bowls in NFL history than Juice, and it was a wheel route. And it was Budda Baker who came up to try to stop that play, but then Juszczyk was able to dip behind him. Jake Moody, PAT. It's good. 26-24, 2-point ball game. Show us the TDs. Billy Bob with the $2 super chat. 49ers will keep everyone. DC and all. Blow up and blow DPs. Yeah, they just can't do it. And after the game, I'm going to do my perfect Niners offseason plan. And I'm already typing some changes here that I'm going to unveil. And it includes getting rid of Nick Sorensen, Brian Schneider, and a couple of other big moves. So stay tuned for that. Mac Daddy, $5. I feel like this entire season has been one long preseason game. That's how sloppy we've looked all year. Great point. It has truly felt like a preseason type of year. So many avoidable, maddening mistakes, and just a sloppy season for San Francisco. All right, so here's what I have so far. and we'll expand on this in the postgame show. This is my perfect offseason for the Niners. Fix the offensive line, left guard, center, right tackle. Fix the defensive line. You need defensive tackles and a top edge. Fire Nick Sorensen and Brian Schneider, not good enough. Hire Robert Saleh as DC. Figure out what to do with Purdy, what's best for the team is a cheaper deal, and get that deal done early. Avoid a holdout or offseason drama. Sign George Kittle and Fred Warner to contract extensions. Move on from Deebo Samuel and Juice. Let Mooney, Ward, and Aaron Banks walk in free agency. You free up some coin there. Kyle Shanahan needs to bring in an offensive coordinator to help him with the offense. Put a second-round tender on Jordan Mason. If a team wants to offer that and pay him, take it. Build the receiving core around Ayuk, Pearsall, Cowing, and Jennings. Draft needs offensive line, defensive line, linebacker, corner, safety, tight end, 2, wide receiver, running back. Got to hit on this draft like you did in 2024. Re-sign Troy Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga. Get Jake Moody out of here. Bring in competition. If you have to use NFC counterparts as examples, do that. You know, the Lions, Eagles, Packers, Rams, Seahawks, Vikings, those are good teams. You're not on their level. Sign Zach Wilson as a high-level developmental backup quarterback. What am I missing here? What am I missing? Pick 11th. Hey, it might even be higher if you lose this game. But, yeah, we're going to talk draft, of course. Special teams, I talked about Brian Schneider. What do you do with Dobbs? I try to bring in Zach Wilson and develop him. Murray, over the middle. Pass caught, Zay Jones. First down, gain of 11. Cut Brandon Allen. Running back from Eric. Yes, we'll talk running backs. You're missing more beer. Hey, we are past 800 in Super Chats, so I do have to take down a Shambong. Murray pitches it to Dortch. Electric player. He gets 6. Yeah, I talked about Jordan Mason. If you put a second-round tender on him and a team wants to pay him, you get a second-round pick for Jordan Mason. That's pretty good. Special teams coach, I had said that. Corners and safeties, yep, I gotcha. Murray, a deep drop. Wants to throw downfield. He does. He has Marvin Harrison who gets hit by D. Winters, not before another chunk play. I think we're good on that. Listed a lot there. See, you talk about strength and conditioning. The Niners were the 4th healthiest team last year. Ball at the 29. Murray under center. Play action. He's really good with those disguises. He rolls, throws, pass caught by McBride. Tackled by Deshaun Gibson, not before a gain of 14 or 15 yards. Sean Nataro, thank you for watching. So Alper, if you want to build that for the post game, that'd be dope. It's everything that's like in caps like that. All the needs are just L3s. Yeah, appreciate it. Sweet. Yeah, very easy. Appreciate it. Murray pumps. He's going to loft one into the end zone. Jump ball. Broken up by Rock Ya-Sin. He had the coverage on Harrison. I thought the throw was a little bit too loopy, allowing Ya-Sin to get to the drop point there of where that ball was coming down. But a good play by Ya-Sin, former second-round pick. T for Temple U. Am I too late for Ducks? No, Dragon Slayer. We're running it up. Cardinals 2 for 2 in the red zone today. Murray looking for a third. Dumps it off for Carter. Good tackle by Fred Warner. Loss of a couple yards. Jimmy Garoppolo, how about this? Throwing a touchdown for the Rams. It's 24-22. Seahawks leading. 8:57 to go in the fourth. Ball at the 17, 3rd and 12. Murray against a 4-man rush. Drops it off for Dortch. Cuts to the outside. Picks up the first down. Just ridiculous. There's no way that he should be able to catch an in-breaking route and then get all the way out to the sideline and pick up a first down. On a 3rd and 12. That's going to take us to the fourth. Final quarter of the regular season for the Niners. Does Chat Sports have a Buccaneers page? No, we do not. But we're getting close to covering every team in the NFL. The ones that we don't have, Jets, not for long. Bills, not for long. Packers, not for long. Cardinals, Rams, Chargers, Bucks, Jags. I think we're at 24-32. Yeah. All right, type those fours. Chip, I got to use the bathroom again. My B, bro. Chip's giving y'all shout-outs. I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, man. Last quarter. Last quarter of the season coming up here for the Niners. So, as up and down the season has been, it's obviously been tough. One more quarter and then the offseason starts. The offseason begins in 15 minutes of football. And of course, Chase is going to go through his perfect offseason, but it's been a while since San Francisco's had an offseason like this where they need to get it right. They need to get it right. They're going to have a high draft pick. They're going to have decisions to make, and they got to get it done, man. So don't go anywhere when the game is over because you're going to want to stay around for the post-game show. And if it's your first time hanging out with us here on the channel, be sure to subscribe because, again, like I was saying, massive, massive offseason coming up. Some shout-outs to the people in the chat. Good Morning World, Terrence Robinson, Tanya Heck, King Dingy saying Chip for DC. I'll hop in that piece. Roger Rabbit, OG, Jaleel, Jimmy Morgan, CJ Jacobson, Chris Lee, John Wallace in the chat. What are our other draft picks? How many do we have? I couldn't tell you off the top exactly what San Fran has. Elijah the Prophet, Mr. Jimbo Fett, Jeannie Wyatt. Happy New Year, Jeannie. It's great to see you back.
Jeannie, welcome back. Legend.
Legend.
Oh, Anthony with the $60 Venmo. First and goal, ball at the 5. Niners jumped off sides nearly. Murray, handoff, Carter. Good play against the run by Tatum Bethune. Instinctual player who shot the gap fast. Hell yeah, Tatum Bethune. Way to make a play. Way to make a play. Second and goal from the 4. Pistol formation. Murray in the gun. Hands it off to Carter. Tries to get the edge, and he just dusts to Sean Gibson. That's why 40-yard dash speed is important. First touchdown of the year for Carter. Cardinals extend their lead. I mean, there was originally nowhere to go. He went backwards about a yard and then just beat the veteran Gibson to the pylon. And, how is nobody there to set the edge? Extra point is good. 33-24. Arizona up by 9. All right, $50. I'm taking down another Jello shot. Chip, you in? All right, $50 super chat. The Jello boys are coming back. Me and Chip take down a Jello shot. All right, so
Let's get weird.
James Etchison did send in a $20 Venmo. So this is after you got GoPal, right? Okay, cool. So James Etchison, let's give him 40 ducks. And then Anthony Mondragon, $60 Venmo. Let's give him 60 ducks. And so right now, let's see where we're at. All right, we're up to 250 right now. We're up to 250 for the Venmo 50-50. So winner will come away as of right now with 125 at Chase_senior. Yes, Jeannie, I got yours. We gave you 100 ducks, Jeannie, for the $100 Venmo. Dive bomb your mom, $2. Nightmare season all around. Let's go 2025. Agree. Just a nightmare from the start. All started with contract holdouts, weird vibes, and shoot. I mean, it started with the Niners losing the Super Bowl back in February. Cowing, little bit of speed, takes out that kick like 5 yards deep, gets past the 30-yard line, but there's a flag. Holding on Tatum Bethune. Dobbs in the shotgun. Throws outside. Ricky Pearsall. Pass caught. Oh! Dragon Slayer. $50 super chat. Chip and I got to take down some Jello shots. Jello shattered, Chase. By the way, I'm Mondragon. I put that together, brother. Way to make it rain. We're up to 890 in supers. Pearsall, orbit motion. Reverse. Cowing. Gets upfield. All right. He got 7 right there. Second and 3. 13 minutes and counting here in this fourth. Dobbs, handoff, Taylor, first down. 5 yards up the gut. Twelve and a half to play in the fourth. Niners down by 9. Need 2 scores. Niners have run it for 125 yards. Cardinals for 88. Dobbs under center. Taylor the back. 7-step drop for Dobbs. Throws underneath. Taylor. That was the check down. He picks up 11. First and 10. What's up, legend? Thank you. Do you want to say what's up to the people? As the creator of the Jello shots? Yeah, come on here for a second. All right, so we've been taking down Jello shots today, all thanks to Avery. How would you grade your performance on the Jello shots today? A-, I agree. They're almost done. So, yeah, that's a good indication. How much did you make? So almost 75 made. There's like barely any left. So, good performance. Thank you. How you feeling? Yeah? Just tired? Same. I feel that. Yeah, Pizza Hut wasn't hitting today, that's for sure. Dobbs going to run it on the keeper around the right side. 5-yard gain. Third down. Type those threes. Did we get more $50 super chats? I think we did. Dragon! Another 50! Let's go! Making it rain! 4-down territory for the Niners. F it. It's 3rd and 8. Pearsall in motion. Pearsall, Saubert, Conley to the left. Dobbs fires. Pass is caught at the 25 by Conley. First down, Niners. Type those ones. Dragon. All right. Here's one that's going down. Here, Chip, here's yours. This is for Anthony with the 50s, the Jello boys. First and 10. Dobbs checks it down for Saubert, met immediately by Kaiser White. Ugh. Woo! 55 away from 1,000 in Super Chats. I'll take down another Shambong. Since we're past 900, another one for once we get past 1,000. 2nd and 12. Dobbs, design quarterback keeper, fumbles. Cardinals recover. There's a penalty, and I think it's going to be on the Niners. I think the play is going to stand. Holding on the offense. Penalty decline. Dobbs fumbles. 2nd turnover of the day. He had the ball inside right arm. You just can't do that. Got to have the ball to the outside. That's elementary school technique right there. Defenders on your inside. Switch the ball to the left. Dobbs didn't do that. Fumble. Cardinals take over. Probably going to be ball game for sure. Our sponsor for our Niners Cardinals watch party, by the way, our friends at Prize Picks. Daily fantasy sports made easy. More than 10 million members. Billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. It's playoff time, now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action. When you play $5, you get $50 instantly. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Our lineup going into this game, George Kittle just had to get 1 touchdown. Joshua Dobbs, more than 6 rushing attempts. Trey McBride, more than 68.5 receiving yards. That's how it is. Pick 2 or more players, choose more or less, and run your game with Prize Picks, as now you can win up to 1,000 times your cash. Oh! Dragon Slayer again! San Francisco! Now we're to 1,000. Dragon Slayer multiple times today. Making it rain, brother. Let's just show love to the Best Niners channel. Let's go chasing the crew. Thank you, man. Thank you. And thanks to everybody who watched all year. I can't wait for this offseason, to be honest with you. All right. Another Shambong. Let's get it. Cheers. $60 likes away from 1,000. Can we get there? Ron Childers, Allen was the better backup. No chance. Look, Allen turned it over against Green Bay too. Murray throws it out to Carter, makes Nick McLeod miss, and then McLeod able to recover, drag him down. NFL news, Broncos back in the playoffs for the first time since 2015, 38-0 win over the Chiefs. Bengals and Dolphins officially eliminated. Carter runs it off the right side. 3rd and medium coming up. Type those threes. So did Carson Wentz just do absolutely nothing today? Ten of 17 for 98 yards. Yikes. 3rd and 4. Niners bad on third downs today, bad on third downs all year. Niners blitz. Murray. Pass intended for McBride, broken up by Jair Brown. 4th and 4, 7:23 to go. Niners will get the ball back. Cardinals punt it. Bounces up to Cowing. He takes it to the 34. Thomas Jones, he said it himself. Get the stream to 1,000 likes. We're at 980 right now. B-Boys forever. $30 super chat. Got a few super chats that we can hit, in addition to what B-Boy said. Vin Win, who cares about the draft? Just fire the goddamn sorry-ass Sorensen. Dude ain't knowing what the F he's doing. Yes, I would move on from Nick Sorensen. Who cares about the draft? Well, do you like watching Renardo Green and Dominic Pooney and Malik Mustafa? Do you like watching George Kittle, Fred Warner, Brock Purdy, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk? If that's the case, the Niners drafted all of those players. So the draft does matter. But yes, you can fire Nick Sorensen as well. Black Mask, $5. Super Bowl bound next year in Santa Clara. That would be unique if you host the Super Bowl and you play in that Super Bowl. That would be pretty cool. Look, the last 22 years, the Niners have either not made the playoffs or they've made it to a conference championship game. Mac Daddy, $5. Cam Scattaboo, just sounds like a Niner to me, just saying. I want right tackle, guard, or center, but Kyle's track record says RB over all else. We're good. Thank you. Appreciate you. You as well. Yeah, Scattaboo would be a very fascinating pick. I look at him as a player who could be utilized as a weapon for the Niners. I'm not sure how early he'll go. Will a team take him in the second or third? If that's the case, I think that's a little bit too early for the Niners. I think they have more pressing needs than running back. You have to bank that in this system, Kyle Shanahan should be able to make it work. But this year, that run game was ineffective, inconsistent. But I think if you get better along the offensive line, it helps solve those issues. BFC Sun, this game is the battle for the 11th pick. Let's get it done. O-line, D-line, help incoming. Let's get Mason Graham. AZ, you're picking behind us. I'm actually pretty sure that regardless of what happens, the Niners are going to have the pick in front of Arizona. It's not for record because the Niners are already going to be final place in the NFC West. B-Boys forever. $30. Thank you, Chase, for your coverage of the regular season. Hope it will be better next year. I'll try to make time for the offseason shows, but until then, see you next year, man. Hey, I hope to see you before that because, look, on this program, we're going to keep everybody in the know with everything that happens this offseason. So if you're curious about the moves that the Niners could make, roster construction, salary cap, trades, all that stuff, we're going to do it all. Words of wisdom. My mom, Celia Valencia, passed away last night. She loved seeing her, my father, and my brothers root on the best team for the Bay Area. R.I.P. Ma. Sorry to hear that, words of wisdom. Thoughts and prayers with you and your family, bro. And I know that you had said that your mom was in the hospital a couple of weeks ago. Sad to hear that she passed away. Now she's up there with my mom. Hopefully they're cheersing, having a drink, being proud of us. McKivitz got hurt there. He's going to walk off gingerly. The Niners are already so thin at offensive tackle. Dobbs Drops back and can't even throw the check down. Yeah. I wish they had a running clock in NFL games. Kelly, $10 super chat. Brock not able to play today. He is from Arizona, so it would have been a little bit of a homecoming game for him. Empty set for Dobbs. Cardinals blitz. Dobbs throws, pass, intercepted. Going back the other way, pick six. Keitrell Clark off the hands of Ricky Pearsall. They're going to have to review this, but looked like it went off the hands of Pearsall. Let's take a look here. It was a bad throw. Oh my gosh. That's going to be close. I don't think Pearsall touched him. So the ball goes off of Pearsall's hand into the chest of Clark. He gets an arm underneath it. Is he down by contact, though? Where did Pearsall touch him? Oh, okay. Yeah, Pearsall did touch him, I guess. So it won't be a pick six. I think it's going to be an interception, though. I think the interception will stand. Somebody sent in a super chat and say due to tiebreakers, the Niners would drop to 13th. Interception will stand. 3 turnovers for Dobbs today. And we'll get to some more super chats here. So 6:38 left. Cardinals will take over. Well into Niners territory. Up by 9. Opportunity for the dagger shot right here. Ball at the 39. Murray, a handoff to Carter. Gets 3. You want to run through those supers, Brody? We'll run through these super chats here. Kelly, 10. Second worst Niners defense I've seen in almost 30 years. Nick Sorensen, the most incompetent defensive coordinator since Willie Robinson in 2004. Kelly's bringing the heat today. She's kicking ass and taking names. BFC Sun. Strength of schedule knocks us to 13th if we win. I don't think they're going to win, so I think we're good there. Adam Davis, $10. I just want to say thanks, man. I don't have regular TV, and I can only watch either Thursday night or Sunday night games, but you allowed me to keep up with this absolute disaster of a season. Appreciate it. My man, I appreciate you. And we do it for a lot of people like you who are unable to watch. And so it's always awesome to get those messages, and thanks for supporting the show. King Dingy, $5. Much love, Chase. You and your team did a phenomenal job this year. Can't wait for our return next year. Niner fan, through it thick and thin. And shout out to Chip, man. You talk about the team. Chip probably produced 99.7% of all Niners videos this year. And then when my sister decided to not love me and get married in October, he stepped in on the watch party against Arizona. All right, pass interference on the Niners. 1st and 10. Kyler Murray going to throw into the end zone. Pass caught, touchdown. Marvin Harrison beats Charvarius Ward. I think that we can do our postgame show. I think that we can do the postgame show. Let's do one more. Last call for the Venmo 50-50. Anthony Mondragon sent in another $30 Venmo. And so we'll give him 30 ducks for that. We're up to 280 now for the Venmo 50-50. So the winner comes away with 140. Extra point is good. 40-24, Arizona. Oh! Black Mask. Ending the season with a bang, bang, Niner gang. $100 super. I'll give you a little beer boot for that. Oh! Dragon Slayer. $100 super chat. All right, fam. Liddy titty. 2 Shambongs. 1 for Black Mask. Another for Dragon. Cheers. Boot's gone. Anthony with another 20. That gets us to 300. Winner's coming away with at least 150 tonight. That's awesome. If you want entertaining reading, look into what's going on at FS1. Black Mask with the 100, making it rain. Well, what better way to end the season? Sitting in the hot tub, having a whiskey, listening to the best damn show anywhere. Black Mask. Black Mask. Legend. Love you, dog. Dragon Slayer, another 100. let's get that football that I missed out on. Dragon Slayer, if you don't win this, I'm going to be really surprised because you're getting hella raffle tickets. And let's see. I got to add a lot of names here. We'll go Michael Fernandez. Black Mask. Dragon Slayer. Jeannie Wyatt. Who else we got? B-Boys Forever. Niner Gold Miner. Cool. Dobbs going to throw it outside. Ricky Pearsall thrown down after a pickup of a few yards. Niners down 16. More second half struggles, by the way. Oh! Dragon Slayer. $100 super chat. All right, Dragon Slayer. I'm hitting you up on Venmo. I'm going to send you a 49ers Report hat because you are just putting forward a legendary performance today. I'm going to send it to your most recent Venmo, the $20. Dragon Slayer, I'm going to send you this hat right here, my man. 49ers Report hat. Just reply with your address on that Venmo that you sent me, and we'll get that sent to you. Really appreciate you. Ending the season with the bang, even though the Niners are ending the season with the dud. Post-game show. Probably going to get started before this game is even post-game. Because I can't take this anymore. Dobbs runs out of pressure. 4th and 4. Breaks a tackle. Incomplete. Cardinals take over on downs. Brutal. Oh! Dragon Slayer is slaying this live show. This is ridiculous. Yeah, we're getting you that hat. Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer. Dude, your noises are killing me. You like them, don't lie. When somebody sends in a big-time super chat and they make it rain, we got to celebrate. All right, let's just do it. So what I'm about to do, Dragon Slayer, making it rain one more time. Let's go. Thank you for the hat. So what I want to do right now, Niner season is over. Not making the playoffs for the first time since 2020. My perfect offseason plan for the Niners. About a 15-step plan, everything that they need to do in order to get back to playoff contention. That's coming up right now. Why should we recap this game when the Niners are down 40-24? Nobody cares about it. So let's get into our perfect offseason plan, and it begins right now. All right, here we go. Welcome into the San Francisco 49ers Report. Chase Sr. here with you, no matter where you are or how you're tuned in. Thank you so much for making this show a part of your day. The Niners got blown out against the Arizona Cardinals in Week 18. It marks the end of what was a nightmarish season for San Francisco. They entered 2024 Super Bowl favorites. They finish 6-11, missing the playoffs for the first time since 2020, and everything that really could have gone wrong went wrong for this team. And all year it felt as though when the Niners would take one step forward, they would take two steps back. It is now time to flush an awful 2024. And it is now time on this show to go through my perfect offseason plan. All of the moves, decisions that the Niners need to make to get back to playoff contention in 2025. And of note, the Super Bowl will be at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara next year. Before we do all of that, this is a pivotal, massively important offseason coming up for the Niners. I have you covered every step of the way. This is the largest independently run Niners channel right here on YouTube. So if you want to stay in the know with everything that happens with this football team all offseason, I am here for you. Hit that subscribe button as we approach 154,000 subscribers. The perfect offseason plan. Let's get it underway. I think the biggest area of emphasis and need for the Niners is the offensive line. San Francisco needs to fix it. And I want to see upgrades at left guard, center, and right tackle. And here are 5 reasons, among many reasons, for why I think the Niners need to start investing more draft capital, financial resources, and just put more of a focus toward the offensive line. It has killed you in big games. 2021 NFC title against the Rams, you got bullied in the trenches by Los Angeles. 2022 NFC title game against Philadelphia, they owned you at the point of attack. And then in the Super Bowl in February, Kansas City was dominant with their defensive line against your offensive line. And if you are going to invest in Brock Purdy, you have to protect him and make his job easier. We have seen he is not a quarterback who's going to be able to survive a lot of chaos, a lot of injuries. He needs parts around him to be successful. When he has those parts, he can be elite. But he is not good enough, and really no quarterback is good enough, to survive with horrible offensive line play. Kyle Shanahan's offense is also based on the running attack. And this year, this running game was ineffective, inconsistent, was not efficient enough. And part of the reason was Christian McCaffrey being hurt, Jordan Mason being injured. But this offensive line did not run block the way that they usually run block like they have in previous years when they've been kind of a questionable offensive line. If you are able to shore up the offensive line, you can wear teams down throughout the course of a ball game. Look at some of the other teams you're competing against in the NFC. They have great offensive lines. Detroit, they invest in it. Philadelphia, they do too. Green Bay, Minnesota. It's time for the Niners to alter their team-building strategy. And also, bad offensive line play led to red zone inefficiency, a problem all season, and second half woes, because if you watch the game from the sideline, it was the Niners offensive line being pushed back a lot, especially after recess. Number 2, this offseason, the Niners really have to rebuild the trenches in general. We talk about the offensive line, have to do the same along the defensive line. If they want to still run a wide 9, you need to be better at defensive tackle. And since DeForest Buckner left, this team hasn't been the same because they were never able to replace him. They tried, especially with the player like Javon Hargrave. That signing was a miss. They tried in drafting Javon Kinlaw. That draft in the first round and that pick was a miss. But if you are weak along the interior, running a wide 9, teams are going to be able to run it right up the gut against you. And that's been a pretty persistent problem for the Niners of late. And they just need more of an interior pass rush because that has been non-existent. In the regular season finale against Arizona, those players are not good enough to be on an NFL field consistently. And then also, the Niners have to get a top edge rusher. And if their pick comes around in the first round and there's a premier edge rusher available or a premier defensive tackle like an Abdul Carter or a Mason Graham, 2 dream players for this team, I know the offensive line is a big problem. You have to go after those players. Make Nick Bosa's job easier, help out your defense, which then helps out the second line of defense. We saw a linebacker struggle this year. Just in the trenches, you need to improve. Number 3, fire Nick Sorensen and Brian Schneider. Nick Sorensen's defense really got cooked all year long. They were awful on third downs, awful in the red zone. You can say whatever you want to me about the yards that they gave up or how good their passing defense was. Our eyes did not lie to us all season long. This defense stunk. There were blown assignments. There were coverage breakdowns. Players were lost. There was a lack of development. Schematically, I have no idea what the Niners were doing in some instances. There were guys running free. Nick Sorensen was in over his skis. And in the last 2 weeks against Arizona and against Detroit, his defense was dusted. And then the special teams coordinator and Brian Schneider. Over the last several years, the Niners have had some of the worst special teams units in the National Football League. That has to change. Personnel is a problem, so is the coaching. For instance, against Arizona, you're not prepared for a fake punt on a 4th down around midfield in which DJ Dallas just runs up the middle for 22 yards? Nick Sorensen, Brian Schneider, never want to see him a part of this coaching staff again. And with that, we go to number 4. Hire Robert Saleh as defensive coordinator. This is a Niners team that, once they were eliminated from playoff contention, looked listless. But before that, they looked spiritless. They looked broken. There was a lack of energy. There was a dark cloud hovering over this team. That Super Bowl hangover lasted throughout the entire course of the 2024 season. And there just wasn't that leader, rah-rah guy who's going to lift others up on that sideline. Kyle Shanahan's not that guy. He's just not. That's not his style of coaching. D'Amico Ryans was. Robert Saleh was for this team. They still have been with their next stops. And I don't think that Shanahan can bring back Nick Sorensen for the sake of continuity. Go after the best defensive coach. You have the personnel to run that system. When he was with New York, they were an elite defense. And I think that he can turn this defensive ship around, which is a sinking ship right now. And there are players on this defense to be able to make that happen. And also, good coaching leads to good player development and maximizing players. Robert Saleh can do that. Nick Sorensen has not been able to do that. Number 5, maybe the biggest question mark for this team this offseason, and one of the biggest question marks and storylines across the NFL. Figure out what to do with Brock Purdy. 1 year left on his contract. He's going to make about $1 million. He has severely outplayed his rookie deal since being Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 NFL Draft. He has played very elite football when he's been surrounded by really good pieces. This year, I'd say he played at a B-, C+ level. Injuries, bad offensive line play. Kyle Shanahan had a bad year. Defense, special teams, those units did not perform. But Purdy is due for a big contract. What's the best deal for the team is a cheaper deal. The Baker Mayfield contract would be a dream. 3 years, $100 million, $33 million per. Baker outplayed Purdy by a wide margin here in 2024. Purdy, though, is not going to settle for that deal. Everything that I've been told by sources close to the situation. And I don't think he's worth $50 to $60+ million because those types of quarterbacks have to elevate others around them. Purdy can't do that. And so I think the Niners are going to pay Purdy. They want to get a deal done. If the offensive line is better, if Shanahan's better, if players stay healthy, then he can get back to playing like he did last year when he was top 5 in MVP voting. But regardless of the situation, if and when you pay Purdy, please get it done early. Do not let this last well into training camp so that there's a holdout or there's some drama. That's part of the reason with the Ayuk deal, the Williams deal. There were bad vibes around this team in training camp. Can't let that happen and repeat itself. So you tell me, what is the biggest thing that the Niners need to do this offseason? Join the conversation down in the comment section right now, and I have about 10 more things that we're going to get to. First, let's get to our sponsor, our friends at Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. NFL playoffs start next weekend, and it's playoff time, so it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football with Prize Picks. Right now, when you play $5, you get $50 instantly. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Our lineup for Week 18, George Kittle, he was taken out of this game late in the first half, so he did not get that touchdown. Joshua Dobbs, more than 6 rushing attempts. He turned it over a ton. Trey McBride, really good tight end, more than 68.5 receiving yards. That's how you do it. You pick more or less on 2 or more players on the projected stat lines, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. We'll put that link down below in the show notes and attached to the pinned comment of this edition of the 49ers Report. Number 6, Niners are in a pretty good cap situation right now, and that money can carry over into next year. Obviously, some of that money might be set aside for the Brock Purdy contract extension, but you can further help your cap situation by signing George Kittle to a contract extension and Fred Warner to a contract extension. George Kittle was right up there with Brock Bowers as the number 1 tight end in the game this year, went over 1,000 yards again, brings it every week, spiritual leader on and off the field, great locker room guy, consummate pro, most importantly, a great player whose injuries have been overblown. He's been pretty available, and I think he's worth re-signing. It's everything that the Niners are about, and one of the few players that you can always count on. He should not be playing in another uniform for the rest of his career. The same can be said for Fred Warner. Before he suffered that fractured ankle, which he played on after suffering in Week 14, every single game the rest of the way. He's missed 1 game in his career since he was drafted out of BYU in the 3rd round. It's incredible. He was playing at a Defensive Player of the Year level. You have to imagine he comes back off that ankle injury. He can get back to being that guy, and those are 2 pillars of your team. And by giving them extensions, you save some money on the cap. Number 7, move on from Deebo Samuel and Kyle Juszczyk. You can save money, and the offense, I think, can be better if you move off of Deebo. With Kyle Juszczyk, I don't think you need to devote a lot of financial capital to the fullback position in 2025. And so I think you need a little bit of a change of scenery. I think the Niners might run it back, but you had to make a difficult decision with Eric Armstead last offseason. I think you should make more difficult decisions with veterans who are getting older this offseason. It's always better to move off a player too early as compared to too late. And then in free agency, let Charvarius Ward walk. I think that he can net $13 to $15 million per year. Niners shouldn't and won't pay that. And then let Aaron Banks go in free agency too. He could get decent money as a left guard option for an offensive line needy team. I know Chris Forster said, I love Aaron Banks. I think he's a great player. That's cap. No, he's not. Not good enough this year. Number 8, Kyle Shanahan. He needs to get a fresh set of eyes on this offense, and he needs to bring in an offensive coordinator. Kind of like the role that Mike McDaniel possessed in 2021 when this offense was creative. Kyle Shanahan, on the script to start games, his offense looks awesome. But after the second quarter, in the second half of games, this offense really just falls flat on its face. Defenses are able to adjust, and I think that Shanahan needs an influx of creativity, new ideas, new concepts, both with blocking, with protection, route running, drop back game, all of that. This offense needs a little bit of an adjustment, a little bit of a tinker. And Kyle Shanahan needs to find a way to be able to come back in games. When he takes the lead on you, they can run it, they can throw it. They're like a bowling ball going down Mount Everest. But when they have to come back in games and they're forced to throw, they really struggle to come back in games through the air. Number 9. This is kind of a strategy here for the front office. Put a second-round tender on Jordan Mason. He is a restricted free agent. What that means is if another team is willing to pay him, then you get a second-round pick back for Jordan Mason if he goes somewhere else. If a team doesn't want to do that, you keep Jordan Mason. He can be your backup running back, and there are a ton of questions around Christian McCaffrey and Isaac Guerrero, who suffered an apparent ankle and knee injury in the season finale against Arizona. Number 10, build the receiving core around Brandon Ayuk. Hope that he can come back. Awful knee injury suffered against Kansas City. Terrible timing after he signed that deal and hold in all offseason. But Brandon Ayuk was an all-pro last year. Terrific route runner. He can take the top off of the defense, has everything to his route tree. If he can come back and be that player again, he's one of the top wide receivers in the game. Last 2 weeks of the year, we saw some flashes from Ricky Pearsall. He was dominant and put up massive numbers against Detroit. Contested catch against a great DB in Brian Branch. And then against Arizona, on a double move, got past the defense on a long ball, underthrown by Dobbs, came back, caught it, good adjustment, and then caught a touchdown on an in-breaking route when he had a defender right on his back. Tough contested catch. And so I think there's life there. I think there's juice there. I think there's ability there. But part of the reason why I'm willing to move off of Debo, let these other players play. I think that Jacob Cowing has some wiggle. Jawan Jennings had a career year. If he didn't get kicked out against Arizona, he may have had 1,000 receiving yards this year, and that's a pretty good receiving core. Maybe you add another wideout in the draft. It's become a deep position there every year, or you add a wide receiver in free agency. Let's talk draft now. The big needs, offensive line, defensive line. Linebacker is another need. Corner depth is another need, although Diamador Lenore, Renardo Green look to be studs on the outside moving forward. Safety because of the decline in play that we saw from Jair Brown. But with better coaching, can he get back to how he played his rookie year? There's a good player in there. Tight end too. It's always an issue with this team. Wide receiver, running back. You have to hit on this draft like the Niners hit on the draft in 2024. Pearsall, Renardo Green, Dominic Pooney, Isaac Guerrero, Malik Mustafa, Jacob Cowing. Those are 6 players who can be a part of your squad. Number 12. As for some players on this roster who I would retain and bring back, Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga, I want to see those players re-signed. I think that they play with a really innate, unique feel. They have instincts. They bring swagger and confidence to this team. They're always around the ball. They did something that this Niners defense did not do this year. They helped generate turnovers. And it was a short sample size. We saw one half this year, one half this entire year, when Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga were on the field together. And they played excellent in the first half against the Rams. And Greenlaw was all over the place. Had 8 tackles in that first half. Tried to play in the second half. Couldn't. Tried to play against Miami the following week. Couldn't. Talanoa Hufanga injured all throughout this year. But those are players who, when they've played for San Francisco and they've been on the field together, this Niners defense has given up less than 20 points per game in their respective careers when they play together. And I think they're important pieces to bring back, and given their injury histories, can you bring them back at affordable rates? Number 13, get Jake Moody out of here. I know the Niners used a 3rd-round pick on him, and because they used a 3rd-round pick on him, they're giving him every chance to be the kicker for this team moving forward. Admit your mistake and just move on. And if you don't move on, you have to bring in a legitimate kicker to compete with Jake Moody, to motivate him, to push him, to test his mental toughness and wherewithal, because ever since that ankle injury that he suffered against Arizona, his confidence was shot. He was a shot fighter. You could see it in his eyes. He had no confidence at all. And he missed another kick in Week 18 against Arizona. Jake Moody, I can't believe the Niners took a kicker in the 3rd round. Can't believe they took a kicker in the 3rd round. Trade up for Trey Lance, taking a kicker in the 3rd round, Cam Latu in the 3rd round. We talk about the lack of depth on this Niners team. Those are the misfires that lead to where you are right now. Number 14, The Niners have to level up with the other teams in the NFC and their NFC West counterparts. They got swept by Arizona. They got swept by the Rams. They split with Seattle. Seattle is an improving team. Sean McVay has won double-digit games in 6 of 8 years with the Rams. The Cardinals have really improved the last 2 years under Johnatahan Gannon. And then you have the Niners, who finished 6-11, an aging roster, and all year they won 1 divisional game. That is embarrassing after 2 straight NFC West titles. And so this division is getting better. This NFC has improved mightily. Detroit, I don't think, is going anywhere. We'll see what happens and how they look with their coordinators probably leaving after this year. But, like, Detroit's good. Philly's good. Green Bay's good. Minnesota's good. Tampa Bay's good. Washington is on the come-up. Those teams inside the NFC West, did the Niners miss their chance last year? They may have. And number 15, sign Zach Wilson as a high-level developmental backup quarterback. And if Brock Purdy gets hurt, if Brock Purdy struggles, Zach Wilson has mobility. Zach Wilson has an arm. We saw what happened with Baker Mayfield last year, this year. We've seen what's happened with Sam Darnold this year. We've seen what happened with Bryce Young this year. What if I told you this time last year that Bryce Young would be playing better football than C.J. Stroud? You would say, Chase, you're crazy. You're out of pocket. That's nuts. It's true. Bryce Young is playing better right now than C.J. Stroud is. And so Zach Wilson can be that reclamation, developmental project of a quarterback. Had a year to kind of catch his breath, reset a little bit. With Sean Payton, we saw what Sean Payton did with Bo Nix. And the Niners can say, look at what happened with Sam Darnold. Spend a year here, change his career. Spend a year with Sean Payton, spend a year with Kyle Shanahan. We'll get you back. And Purdy has arm issues. Elbow, shoulder. Maybe you get some run. But Joshua Dobbs and Brandon Allen, they're not good enough backup quarterbacks for this team. So what say you? What did I miss for my perfect offseason plan? Drop me some notes down in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. All right. Let's give away our football. Let's do our Venmo 50-50, and then we'll sign on off. $1,400 in Super Chats today. I also saw another 20 come in from Dragon Slayer. He said, that gets me to my limit of 500. Dragon Slayer. Thanks for letting us go out with the Bang My Guy. Look at all these submissions for our wheel. Who's going to win our football? I hope it's Dragon Slayer. I'm praying that it's Dragon Slayer. But let's see. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel, son. Who's it gonna be? Dragon Slayer! Let's go! That's what happens when you wish it into existence right there, my people. There is strength in prayer. Dragon Slayer, awesome. Let's see. All right, and I got your address. Good stuff. Monterey Park. I might be traveling there on Monday. Unfortunately for a celebration or Friday. I might be going there for a celebration of life, but might be in your neck of the woods, homie. Yes. It is going to be, let's see, $300 in total Venmos. So winner will come away with $150 here. $150 for the Venmo 50-50. Bria Moore wants my shirt. $100 super chat. I'll take it off for you live on the show. We'll pop the top. Oh, Bria Moore said my boyfriend would love this shirt. Well, your boyfriend doesn't want to see me pop the top. I think I'm going to keep this one. By the way, I don't know if your boyfriend wants it because it's starting to fall apart a little bit. Nike logo peeling off. Game worn. But thanks for supporting the show. All right. Okay. Winner comes away with 150. 1 minute race. Venmo 50/50 LFG. Jeannie Wyatt leading the race so far, 10 seconds in. It's early. A lot can change and a lot will change. Steven Trevino now in first place. Candy Winslow said, you know what? With my pink duck, I'm going to take the lead. Now it's Go Pal. We're going neck and neck, beacon this piece. Halfway down, halfway to go. Larry Dixon, he's leading. Is there anybody lurking in the back of the pack who's going to win? Larry Dixon falls back. Go Pal takes the lead. Home stretch. 13 ticks to go. It's Go Pal right now. Look out for Candy. Look out for other Go Pal. Who's going to win it? It's not clear. 3, 2, 1. Dragon Slayer! Anthony Mondragon. He gets the ball. He wins the Venmo race. And he has a legendary day. Going to send you a hat, going to send you the ball, and I'm going to send you the Venmo right now. First and third. Go Pal, second place. Who got last? 390th place, Candy Winslow. It's kind of an honor. I mean, it's like Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, you know? All right. Anthony, 150 coming your way, bro. Spent 500 in supers, gets 150 back on Venmo. What a guy. All right. Can't say thank you enough to everybody who supported the show all year. You know, I took over in 2021. This year was weird. Why is that? We're not getting ready for a playoff run for the Niners. 2021, NFC title, overcoming that 3-5 start. 2022, NFC title, game, appearance. 2023, Niners make it to the Super Bowl. And so it's been awesome to cover this team the last, now 4 years. 4 years in the books, watching every single snap for this team every single week. And it's the first time that the Niners are not going to make the playoffs, and the first time since 2020. And so a transitional offseason, a big offseason, but I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to bring you coverage from the Super Bowl. We're going to bring you coverage from the NFL Combine. I'm going to bring you coverage from this studio, on this headset, in front of this camera, and wherever I am, because that's what you deserve. The best coverage here on YouTube, that's the standard. We're going to live up to it. We're going to exceed it. So thanks for supporting the show this year. We'll still go live every week. We'll still give you shows every single day. Be in touch. I'm on X, Instagram, at Chase_Senior. And you never know. Maybe we'll do some playoff watch parties. But for Chip, wouldn't be possible. Without all of you, wouldn't be possible. We'll see you next time. Peace.